Day 81 of unicycling from France to Estonia. I am currently in Latvia and I have been following the sea coast since Klaipėda in Lithuania. Arriving in Riga felt like a great milestone, so I celebrated it with a croissant. The person in front of me is Ed Pratt. He's a very famous unicyclist and is currently following a forest trail across Latvia. Even if he is going in the opposite direction as me, I decided to tag along with him all the way to Kuldiga. Once I reached Kuldiga, Matisse, who followed my adventure, offered me to give me his kayak.
I love the idea.
So my plan is to put my unicycle on the kayak and to go all the way from Kuldiga to Ventspils.
Look at this, I got a kayak!
I know it might sound crazy to do a detour of almost 500 km, but this tour opportunity seems too fun to miss out. I will reach Estonia, but it will not feel right to do this at the cost of the fun I could have on the way.
Hello there.
A French guy
And a British guy
are tagging along to visit the country of Latvia
but we decided to do it in our own way,
by traveling with a unicycle.
and while travelling on roads would be difficult enough, to make it even more challenging, we've decided to take the forest trail.
We are joining our force for the section going from Riga to Kuldiga,
I'm on a 27.5-inch unicycle, which is good for off-road,
and I'm riding on a 36, which is not good at all for trail.
Our aim is to experience the beauty of Latvia
Discover the culture and the landscape.
and capture it for the world to see.
We will both create a YouTube series out of this adventure,
No, that's a really cool shot.
and we're gonna post it on our respective channel very soon. So thank you for your patience, and you can already go to follow our channel and activate the notification to be the first one to witness this adventure. How heavy is our travel unicycle? Ed and me are traveling together with a unicycle. In the previous video, I explained the difference between my unicycle and Ed's unicycle, and I launched a small contest to guess which one was the heaviest unicycle. After checking, Ed's unicycle with his gear was about 29 kg, while my unicycle with my backpack and all my gear was about 35 kg. Let me know in a comment how close was you from the result, and see you tomorrow for the first vlog of our adventure on the Baltic Forest Trail. Day 81 of unicycling from France to Estonia. I am currently in Riga. My plan for the next 2 weeks is to unicycle together with Ed all the way to Kuldiga. Then I will put my unicycle on a kayak and follow the river all the way to Ventspils. This might not be my direction, but this will be fun, and I want my life to be fun. Don't worry, I am still unicycling to Tallinn. I am just having a detour. But for the moment, I need to take the opportunity to be in a city. I fixed my unicycle in simple bike store and then I head toward Decathlon. I've been cold at night lately, but rather than buying a new sleeping bag, I decided to go for the option of getting a better jacket. I unicycle back home, pet the cat for a bit.
Let's find out what is this kayak.
And then I met up with Matisse. He gifted me his kayak so I could follow the river from Kuldiga to Ventspils.
Look at this, I got a kayak.
The kayak looked great and it's gonna be epic. Day 82 unicycling from France to Estonia. I am in Riga with Ed and today is a very exciting day. First, I had the opportunity to visit Riga Cirque.
Because that was the first circus.
My friend Mara has been involved in the renovation of this building for many years, and it was so pleasing to see the result. Mara offered us to use the courtyard of the circus for a small meet and greet, and it was such a pleasure to meet few of the people who've been enjoying my adventure for the last few months. But after this, we had to move quickly to the other side of the city to visit Riga Scola. My friend Dimitri was giving a unicycling workshop, and we couldn't resist the temptation to go and play a bit of unicycling basketball with the kids. Being in Riga and meeting with my friends from the Baltic reminded me that I was getting very close from my home in Estonia. But I still have few more adventures to live, so you should subscribe to see the rest of the trip. Day 83 of unicycling from France to Estonia. After 2 days in Riga, it is time to get back on the road with Ed. For the next week, we're gonna follow the forest trail from Riga to Kuldiga.
Officially telling you, riding in a city, not fun.
Riding out of Riga was very challenging, but luckily we find pretty good cycling band most of the way. I was very apprehensive for the forest trail, because my unicycle is clearly a setup for the road. In this kind of situation, it is often quite okay to ride, but the big challenge is to mount on the unicycle and get your balance and some speed.
You can do it. Because if you believe in your dream, you can do anything! You see?
The next day are gonna be very challenging, but also among the nicest landscape, so you should really subscribe to make sure you don't miss out. Day 83 of unicycling from France to Estonia. After 2 days spent in Riga, it is time to move forward again. We will be traveling together with Ed through the forest trail from Riga to Kuldiga. But before I jump into this adventure, I want to play a small game with you. You see, me and Ed have a very different setup. While my unicycle is more optimized for road, Ed is more optimized for trail. None of us ever took the time to weight how heavy was our setup. So let me know in a comment how heavy do you think is my and Ed unicycle, and you can tell me which one do you think is the heaviest, and I will let you know the answer in the next video. Day 83 of unicycling from France to Estonia. I am currently traveling with Ed Pratt. We are following the Baltic Forest Trail, also called Meșteaca. The Meșteaca is a forest trail going across Latvia. Ed is following the old trail, and I'm gonna join him for the section from Riga to Kuldiga. This is a hiking trail.
You see?
In other terms, it is very challenging on a unicycle, especially when I travel with a 36-inch like mine. Luckily, this trail is going through various sections with very different landscape and also different type of road. Ed was even following a section on the sand, which I totally refused to go with my own unicycle. Pushing to go as far as we could away from Riga made a total of 44 km before finding a perfect camping spot by the sea. Day 84 of unicycling from France to Estonia. Today we face the biggest nightmare of unicyclists.
The plan today is to follow this beach and we're gonna try to ride on the sand, which is usually very challenging.
I think it's solid enough. I think you'll be alright.
Unicycling on the sand is almost impossible because your wheel sunk into the sand and you can't control your balance front back.
Just on it!
Yeah.
After giving it a few tries, we decided to walk for a bit to regain energy. Because free mounting on a unicycle is extremely exhausting. And I've noticed that after 5 failed attempts, I better off walking for a few hundred meters to regain my energy and try again later.
We are leaving the beach. Let's see how is the forest trail. That's gonna get fun.
And I don't want to spoil you the next episodes, but the next week has definitely been extremely challenging, so subscribe to watch it fully. Day 84, unicycling from France to Estonia.
What do you think of this, Ed? Should we ride?
I think we should walk.
After a very challenging morning on the beach, we were finally leaving the Baltic Sea. And for the next 7 days, we will be following the Baltic Forest Trail.
Nice. I didn't believe I would say such a thing, but it feels good to be back on a gravel road.
Sadly, the Meșteaca isn't a trail made for unicyclists. And very quickly we reach a part which was absolutely impossible to ride with one wheel.
I think we should walk.
Accepting our fate, we walk most of the day, but still enjoy the wonderful Latvian forest.
For the smart people up there, should I put my yoga mat here?
With this shiny side up, or with this foamy side up, if I want to be warm.
Which is the side I should put up?
Day 84, unicycling from France to Estonia.
This is the most sketchy I've ride of my whole trip.
Together with Ed, we are unicycling through the Baltic Forest Trail.
I need to go back for my camera.
Yeah.
We are self-filming this adventure, which often include putting the camera and coming back to pick it up. I am filming both a vertical daily vlog but also horizontal YouTube series that will come after the trip. Will be only exclusive footage filmed with this camera right here. I really think it's gonna be amazing content and it will be online this winter.
No, that's a really cool shot.
I have invested a lot of energy in making this trip happen, and I still have few months of work to edit the whole YouTube series. I have created a crowdfunding so you can support me in making this dream happen. And if you can't donate, remember that like and share is a free way to support me. Day 84, Unicycling from France to Estonia. We are unicycling across Latvia, following the Baltic Forest Trail. We just reached the village of Kuldīga. While we were on the ground, we didn't realize how vast was the Latvian forest surrounding us.
So we got our encampment. Today we made like a total of 15-16 kilometers, which is not much, but it was beautiful and still beautiful behind me.
I just want to remind you that if you enjoy following my series, please consider donating on my crowdfunding with a link in my bio. Day 85, unicycling from France to Estonia.
I have promised Ed that we're gonna wake up and move before 10:30. Let's do it!
I am not a morning person and rarely start moving before 12. But traveling together is about compromise.
Yeah, Ed. Yeah. What time do you usually start moving when you're camping?
I try and start at about 9. To be honest, it's been more like 9:30, 10. But I'm usually up at about 7ish.
I got this super coffee that the Estonian gave me when we were traveling together. Look at this, only 10:45 and we're on the move. I think we're doing pretty good. Let's go.
If watching my video make your days better, please consider making mine better too by leaving a donation on my crowdfunding. Day 85, unicycling from France to Estonia. After a quite early start for me, we hit the road for one more day following the Baltic Forest Trail, Mestake. But today we were very surprised to see the trail extremely busy. Later on, we learned that there was an event organized by the National Agency of Forest to invite people to enjoy this beautiful trail during this autumn season. And after a lot of walking, we were very happy to find back the road.
It feels so good to be on gravel road.
While traveling with Ed, we really stimulate each other to get some really cinematic footage of our adventure. And it makes me very excited to see both the results that we're gonna do on our respective channel that will be uploaded in the winter. Day 85, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Good
We
morning.
woke up super early to hit the road with Ed, but today the trail was very busy. We walked for a few kilometers, then found some gravel road and jumped on our unicycle. Because the landscape was so beautiful, we fly the drone to get some cool footage. We made a quick stop in a cafe to refill and recharge before tackling some very challenging forest trail. Luckily, the trail was going through this beautiful Schlockenbecker manor that gave us the energy to pedal for 5 more kilometers on a gravel road. But our luck was very short and I again had to push my 35 kilogram unicycle. So once we reached the Kum, I had only one goal.
Because we deserve it!
This mission accomplished, we ride another 5 kilometers to our camping spot.
I'm gonna sleep. I'm way too tired.
And this was definitely the most exhausting day of my trip.
Let's answer one question I've got quite a lot about how do I solve my water and also recharge all my device.
Water is the easiest to solve. Usually if we see a coffee, we can just ask or go to the toilets to refill all our water bag and bottle. And when I am in more remote area, I always find someone gardening and can just ask them to refill my bottle. And for electricity, it's about the same. For example,
Over there, I've been using this socket where I can charge my DJI camera I use for the YouTube vlog, my watch,
power bank, and I also have another power bank, and this plug here is gonna come to charge the phone I'm currently filming with. And in general, this is just how I sort my consummation of any electronic device. Be very smart of using them and charge them whenever I stop, or if I stop at some friend's place, then I charge everything fully for the night.
Day 86, unicycling from France to Estonia. After the most exhausting day of my trip yesterday, I decided to take a chill morning. For this day, I was hoping for a nice and smooth asphalt, but the god of the trail were not with me.
First 500 meters of the day, and that's already the kind of road we got. But it's rideable, it's just hard to get on the unicycle on this kind of road. Look at this, can you see on the horizon? This is hope! Yeah! Nice to be on the road, able to ride. Hopefully we're gonna have a lot of this today.
Day 86, unicycling from France to Estonia. It is already our third day following the Baltic Forest Trail, and we just passed yesterday the city of Tukums. Following the forest trail has been a true challenge. First, physically,
I just had to get blister all over my hands.
but mainly the trail is challenging mentally, because we never know how is going to be the next section and how long are we going to be able to ride. And on these last few days, it has really taught me to accept what it is and just make the best of any situation. Sometimes you can ride and sometimes you got to walk.
This is how you make some drone shots on a unicycle. Full respect for the man. Yeah, here's the drone.
Day 86, unicycling from France to Estonia. Together with Ed Pratt, we are following the Baltic Forest Trail for the third day. We were just few kilometers past Tukum when we saw this wonderful castle by the side of the road.
Mamma mia, look at this. We just found the castle. No, I'm gonna sleep in the castle tonight. I think it's better than the hammock.
Happened that it's a coffee day festival here. We have this kind of festival in Estonia as well. It's a moment when everyone just opened their garden and organized some kind of a small restaurant. So we decided to stop here with Ed and have a great meal.
Yeah, look at this. This is when two guys on YouTube have a meal together. Here is the food. Here is Ed. Here is my camera. Here is Ed's camera. It's getting ridiculous. Bye-bye the nice manor.
Day 86 of unicycling from France to Estonia. I am currently going from Riga to Kuldiga with Ed via the Meștake. I know this is not the direction toward Estonia, but traveling with another unicyclist is such a rare opportunity that I couldn't miss out. We are currently halfway through this section.
Oh, that's so funny. We're coming to Puree.
And once I reach Kuldiga, my plan is to kayak down the Venta all the way to Ventspils, and after this, get back toward Estonia.
Love it.
I know it might sound stupid to do a 500-kilometer detour while winter is coming soon, but for me, this trip is about having fun and allow myself to catch all the life opportunities that happen in my way. It will not feel right to me to be so focused on my destination that I will miss all the fun I could have on the way. And that's why I decided to go travel with Ed and put my kayak on a unicycle, because this seems to be a lifetime opportunity. Day 87, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is 10 a.m. and we are hitting the road. This is great success. Oh, we are just reaching the village of Kuldīga. It's pretty much midway between Riga and Kuldiga.
We made a quick stop to buy food, but regardless how much this seems to be a beautiful village, we decided to not stay long and keep riding along the forest trail. This was a perfect day of riding, alternating between challenging road, walking and gravel road, but always with a beautiful landscape and a great sun over our head.
We made the best of this day by filming a lot of super cool footage.
I am so excited to edit this YouTube series.
And after 35 kilometers, we set our encampment for the night. Day 88, unicycling from France to Estonia. For the last 5 days, I am going along with Ed Pratt, and we are following the Baltic Forest Trail all the way from Riga to Kuldiga. After this, my plan is to put my unicycle on a kayak and follow the river from Kuldiga to Ventspils. This detour will put me about 2 weeks late in my schedule. I can see the orange leaf and the first sign of autumn appearing, and I am getting concerned to know if I will manage to reach Estonia before the first snow. But for now, it is not time to worry, because today was probably the nicest landscape I have seen in my whole trip. Enjoying the great weather, we ride a total of 57 kilometers and stopped only a few kilometers before Kuldiga. Day 89, unicycling from France to Estonia. Today is our last day traveling together with Ed. After Kuldiga, Ed will follow the forest trail all the way to Lithuania.
The thing which is very exciting is that this river, I'm gonna put my kayak on it and I'm gonna pass by here in about probably 3 days.
So cool, we just got the video from the reportage yesterday and it's so sweet. I will put the link in description.
We were very excited to reach Kuldiga with Ed, as everyone told us it was one of the nicest medieval cities in Latvia. So we jump on our unicycle to ride the 15 kilometers left until Kuldiga. And I got to say that Kuldiga totally deserved its reputation. It was for sure one of the cutest cities I visited in Latvia, and I will show more of it in the next video. After a week traveling together with Ed, we reached Kuldiga, where our road will take a separate path. Traveling with Ed was definitely one of the highlights of my trip. A few years ago, he inspired me to jump in my own adventure by watching his YouTube channel, and I really hope to inspire you too via my own video series.
I just passed in front of, I don't know, some kind of a boulangerie and I was like, oh, baguette, do you speak French? And the guy was like, hey, here is 2 baguettes for you. He gave me a baguette. Oh, I'm such a happy French guy.
I had few groups of kids recognizing me from my video. It felt very special for me, and if you ever see me in the street, feel free to ask me for a sticker.
Okay, bye-bye, let's go.
I film and edit all this series on my own, so remember that a like and a comment always bring me a great smile. I am in Kuldiga, Latvia. Today is a transition day. For the last 7 days, I was traveling with Ed on the Baltic Forest Trail.
Okay, cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, that was such a good time traveling with Ed. And if you're not following him yet, I really recommend you to go for it. So, I got my kayak.
One of my followers kindly gave me his kayak, and my plan for the next week is to put my unicycle on the kayak and follow the Venta all the way to Ventspils.
Nice, I have been calling all kayak rental of the city and I have someone who says that he can rent me a life jacket and a big barrel to carry my gears.
This couple of days in Kuldiga were perfect, as I clearly needed a bit of a rest. I was hoping that the next week will be nice and chill on the river, but you'll have to subscribe to see how it went. Day 91, unicycling from France to Estonia. Today, my adventure takes another aspect, as for the next week I will put my unicycle on a kayak and go down the Venta river.
Very good, that's my launching platform. So now it's the time to put the kayak together.
You know that I actually have no idea how to build this.
I'm gonna make it work.
That looked pretty fucking damn good if you ask me.
After pushing on my legs for the last 3 months, I felt that I deserved a rest. So the plan for the next week is just to let the flow bring me further toward Ventspils.
I feel like I'm at a point when no, I'm overthinking stuff. Let's just see how it works.
I am getting to the last stretch of this trip, so like and subscribe to support my adventure. Day 92, unicycling from France to Estonia. For the next week, instead of pedaling, I decided to let the flow of the Venta river carry me all the way to Ventspils. For the first day, I didn't do much. Mainly, I just enjoy the calm of the river.
I've done like maybe 6 kilometers, but I'm happy with that.
For the last 10 days, I have the feeling that Latvian landscape feel like being in a postcard. And as I was enjoying the peace of the river, I saw just a random guy getting out of the river. Don't ask me where's this guy coming from, I don't understand. Anyway, I had some pasta and give a like to this video.
Nice! See you tomorrow!
Day 93, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Oranges for breakfast!
For the upcoming week, my unicycle trip take a little bit of a different aspect, as I am kayaking down the river.
On the kayak we go! Woo!
This week was exactly what I needed. A window of calm and peace before the last stretch to reach Tallinn. I am currently editing this video as I have finished my unicycle trip, and I'd like to invite you to follow me on YouTube as I have a whole YouTube series coming, filmed with exclusive footage from this camera.
Look at this. First people I see in the entire day. I have the river for myself pretty much all day.
While the first half of the day was really chill, the second half get more challenging, but I had a great surprise at the end, so follow for part 2. Day 93, unicycling from France to Estonia. As I always choose fun over logic, I decided to put my unicycle on a kayak and follow a river for a week. The first half of the day was pretty chill.
Small break time. Oh, the wind is killing me.
I was trying to push as hard as I could because Martin, who is following my adventure, promised to meet me 10 kilometers down the river.
Martins is gonna walk and meet me up with the drone and the beer. Great man.
I pushed as much as I could, and let's say that I was very glad when I finally see Martin on the side of the river.
Cheers.
I was freezing and exhausted, but very happy to have some company after this day alone on the river. Martin has been an amazing support during this few days on the river. Follow to see the next episode. Day 94, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Good morning. Not so morning anymore, it's already 1 p.m. But I slept like 12 hours today.
It appears that kayaking was actually more exhausting than I thought. And my kayak is leaking.
Okay, repumping the kayak. Great success.
There was absolutely no wind today, so I let myself go with the flow for a couple of kilometers.
So, I put my kayak down the bridge. And now I need to find a place where I can get some water.
I saw a house by the side of the river, and the lady was so kind that she even gave me a couple of apples.
Nice, my water is refilled. Let's get back to the kayak and find a place to sleep.
I made 5 kilometers today and I have about 60 more kilometers on the river. I'd like to do more tomorrow, so subscribe to see me reaching Estonia. Day 95, unicycling from France to Estonia. For the last 3 days, I have put my unicycle on a kayak and follow the Latvian river going from Kuldiga to Ventspils. The Venta river is about 70 kilometers and so far I did only 25. Traveling on the river is super chill.
I saved the bee from drawing. I am a good person.
I had only 2 concerns. First, I'm not making enough kilometers per day. And my second concern is this. My kayak is leaking. And it's getting worse.
It's my time to repump the kayak.
For the moment, I managed to make it work by repumping the kayak every couple hours.
It's a good life. I like it.
Day 95, unicycling from France to Estonia. It is about 2 weeks I am traveling across Latvia. I have seen the most wonderful landscape of my entire 4 months trip. And during all this time, one question always remained in my head. Why is there so little tourists in the Baltics? I don't know the explanation, but all I can tell you is that if you are a nature lover, you should come and visit the Baltics. Today I made a total of 17 kilometers before meeting up Martin and have a couple of beers. I have exactly 300 more kilometers to ride until I reach Estonia. Like and subscribe to follow the rest of the adventure.
No, yeah, new day. So, after yesterday evening having a couple of beers with Martin, I was just so wasted. My god, just 2 beers and I couldn't handle it.
To be honest, the kayak trip has been rather more exhausting than I thought. So I took a chill morning.
Okay, it's time to move. Here we are on the kayak for the 4th day. Hopefully we're gonna have 2 more days and I'm gonna reach the sea in Ventspils. And if you're wondering how do I do the ride by shot, that's it. Tough work, but hope it make the video worth it.
I am also filming and editing a YouTube series to share the deeper meaning of my trip. I will start posting the first episode right after I finish this daily vlog, so go subscribe to my YouTube. Day 96, unicycling from France to Estonia. For the last 4 days, I am kayaking down the Venta river from Kuldiga to Ventspils. I have done about 2/3 of the way, but as I am getting closer to the sea, the river gets wider, but the flow gets also slower. I have to hurry up because I still have 400 kilometers to unicycle in order to reach Tallinn, and I want to get home before the first snow. And to make all this even more challenging, the hole in my kayak is getting worse. And this is not even my only concern.
I'm not having any more water. I think that's the time to drink the water from the lake.
Ed gave me some purification tab for the water, but so far I haven't used any.
Ta-da, this is purified. Yeah, it have a bit of a chlorine taste, but it does the job.
Day 87, unicycling from France to Estonia. I started the day by spending a couple of hours stretching and meditating, because I really needed to recharge my battery. Little did I know that I will need all my energy possible for the day coming.
There is a problem. Look, I just moved like 10 minutes ago and the kayak is full of water. Holy crap, it's raising so fast. Like, I just got everything out. And all around here you see there is no ways that can reach the side. I don't like this. Nice. Here is a place where I can touch the ground. Let's try to figure out what's going on, but I'm not feeling very optimistic.
Follow for part 2 and like the video for my nose. Day 87, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Fuck, there is a problem.
After kayaking for about 10 minutes today, I realized that my kayak was getting floated.
So here we are on the land. It was a kayak. I've been unpacking everything. First I found out that indeed there is a leak in one of the sides of the kayak. And I might have found the hole in the back of it. Yeah, it started to be annoying. I'm very doubtful of what to do. My plan is I'm gonna try to put some bike kit repair. I'm gonna do a few 100 meters. If by the end of the day it's still getting water on it, tonight I'm gonna call it the end of the kayak adventure. At least looking at the bright side, it's the hottest 28th September since 1986 I've just seen on internet.
Let me know in a comment if you think that my patch is going to work.
I do have some water in the kayak. More than it should.
I clearly should have thought about it earlier, maybe before putting my unicycle on a kayak. But this is not my style of doing.
I think that's the moment of truth. It's as good as it's gonna get. Latvia, I trust in you. Make it happen. Let's make that the kayak is gonna float for another 30 kilometers. Okay, back on the water. So far, so long. It's great.
Sadly, sometimes optimism is not enough to save the day. So I had to set my campment and consider what will be my option for the next day. I could kayak for the 15 km left until Ventspils, and my second option is just to give up the kayak and unicycle the 12 km left. Like the video and follow me to know what I will decide tomorrow. Day 98, unicycling from France to Estonia. I decided to ditch the kayak and unicycle the 10 km till Ventspils, but I wasn't going to finish this kayak adventure without a grand finale. So I invited the local TV to my campment to make a small reportage about my unicycle adventure. All my reportage with Baltic TV has been extremely fun, and this was not an exception. The absurdity of having a camera crew in the middle of my campment and the confusion of the fishermen behind made of this moment the great finale I wanted for my kayak adventure.
So now it's time to repack stuff on my unicycle way.
This week on the kayak has been my perfect escapade during my unicycle journey, and I want to say a great thank you for everyone who made it possible.
This is time to get back on the road with a unicycle.
Day 98, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Guess who's back?
My kayak was leaking, so I had to end my kayak trip.
I'm just leaving the kayak in a bush and Martin is gonna come to pick it up tonight. Back on the unicycle. It actually feels very exciting. I'm very happy.
I made in no time the 10 km left until Ventspils. I gave back the waterproof bag and the vest, and then I was invited to visit the local TV studio. I am entering the last stretch of my trip, so if you've been enjoying it, please consider leaving me a donation, a comment or just a like. Day 99, unicycling from France to Estonia. Today I am taking a bus back to Riga, because I already did the trip from Ventspils to Riga and then from Riga to Ventspils. I did not see the point to do this trip a third time. I am very excited to finally be close to my home in Estonia. Most people don't know it, but I actually live in Estonia for already 10 years. Tegelikult mina rakinka eesti keeles. For me, this trip is not only about crossing Europe on my unicycle, but it is about connecting my roots land in France to my loved land in Estonia.
Great success.
And if you wish to see me in Estonia, I am a circus performer and planning a tour during the summer 2024. Follow me on Facebook to know when will be my next show. Today I am sleeping in a kayak camping. It is just on the north of Kuldiga on my way to Estonia. They were following me on Instagram and offered me the luxury of the stay for the night.
Oh, look at this. A really cool thing is that they have like this bath, this hot tub, which they didn't have hot water for months. Today, because I'm in a fancy place, I'm gonna have like a mousse with polenta.
It was well needed to have a warm place to sleep for one night. And if you're interested by the place, I'll tag them in the description. Day 100, unicycling from France to Estonia. It is absolutely crazy to think that it is already 100 days that I am making my way across Europe on my unicycle. But even if I am yet few hundred kilometers away from Tallinn, I know that these last kilometers are probably gonna be the most challenging. Because due to the loop I did with Ed Pratt and the kayak, I am about 2 weeks delayed on my schedule. And for the people who might not know this region, you probably don't realize. I am going to Estonia and we are on the 1st of October. Winter is coming. My main stress at the moment is to reach Tallinn before it gets too cold at night. And trust me, this can happen any days. Luckily, tonight I did not have to worry because I have been invited to sleep in this wonderful glamping spot. I'll show you more in the next episode, so remember to subscribe. Day 101, unicycling from France to Estonia. I am already traveling for more than 3 months. Today is cold. I am exhausted. The road is bad. It is raining. But I am having the time of my life. And this is probably one of the greatest wisdom I got from this trip. That I do not have to let the outside element influence on my inside mood.
So I just entered the cute village of Limbazi, and the plan here is get cheese and keep running. Now I'm in front of a choice. I can keep following the main road, or there is this pass going right behind me, which is apparently like an old railway, and apparently there is a cycle pass going for like 20 kilometers.
I knew that the railway pass would be challenging on my unicycle, so subscribe to see how it goes in the next episode. Day 101, unicycling from France to Estonia. Today is probably my last day in Latvia. For the last 20 kilometers, I have been riding under the rain, following an old railway. But my concern at the moment was to find a place for the night, because rain is no fun.
I just found like an old train station, and I hope I'm gonna find a place to sleep inside, so this can be my campment for the night. Oh, the tail is in super good shape here, that's impressive. Oh, look at this. I think I can put my hammock between this one here and this window here. Then I will have a roof! Luxury.
Happy to have a dry place to sleep, I cook myself a great meal. I even have some neighbor visiting me, but regardless my French roots, I decided not to cook him today. Day 102, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Today I will pass the Estonian border. Exciting!
It is absolutely insane, even for me, to realize what I have accomplished during the last few months. And today I want to take the time to say thank you to Supercapsat, Markex and a few other people who's been commenting on all of my videos.
Look at this, I even have some sunshine to start the day.
I have received hundreds of beautiful comments during this trip. And I know that you can't imagine how much knowing that some people are inspired and waiting for my next video has motivated me to keep going during this trip.
Bricule! Woohoo! And the rain is stopping, that's great.
So remember that platform has gave us the power to like and comment for free. And this can make the difference between helping someone to accomplish his dream.
Yay!
Day 104 and 5, unicycling from France to Estonia. I just passed yesterday the border of Estonia. But for me, this is not the end of the trip yet. I am going back to Tallinn, where I have been living for the last 10 years. I have 10 days to do the 300 km left. Today is raining all day, so I allow myself to take a well-needed rest day. Give a like to this video and see you tomorrow. Day 106, unicycling from France to Estonia. Today, the weathercast promised the biggest storm since 1996. It is cold, and autumn is clearly here.
Let's go, it's cold, I need to move.
I knew that this day is gonna be extremely hard, but there is just no way they give up.
Ja, mul on sitaks külm.
The wind was so strong that I was often thrown off from my unicycle. I heard several trees cracking in the forest, and to be honest, it was probably more dangerous than I realized it during the day. In the late afternoon, I found a coffee to get a warm meal and gather my salt. There, I was informed that there was a guest house nearby and decided to treat myself with a warm place for the night. Day 107, unicycling from France to Estonia. I have only 300 km before I reach Tallinn, but I know that these last kilometers are gonna be the hardest. Because for the next week, one of the hardest storms of the decade is raging over Estonia.
Oh, it's windy and there is hail. This is not my favorite weather.
But rather than feeling beaten down, I took this as an opportunity to to show my determination. This was my last stretch, the last challenge, the last push to reach my home and accomplish my mission. My goal by doing this adventure is to show people that with determination and willingness to face the challenge, success is inevitable. So how can I give up just in front of a mere storm? So subscribe because I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna do it epic. Day 107, unicycling from France to Estonia. For the last 2 days, I am riding through a massive storm. Tonight I expect temperature below zero and my best plan so far is to find a camping spot and make a fire.
So, I am in Vandra and the RMK cart is about 24 kilometers away, which means I really need to rush.
Using all the energy I could gather in my body and my mind, I keep pushing as strong as I could. Because if you believe in your dream, you can do anything. And this is when facing the greatest challenge, that miracle happened. As I was filming, Georg recognized me from my video. Georg kindly invited me to stay in his sauna house for the night. Exhausted and happy to avoid a freezing night outside, I accepted this invitation. Day 108, unicycling from France to Estonia. After a quick morning meditation, I hit the road, as today is gonna be a busy day. A crew from the Estonian TV is going to film and make a reportage about my adventure. It blew my mind to see how many people have been connecting with my adventure, and it's an honor to have the opportunity to share this on a wider audience on the TV. All the experience I had with the Estonian TV has been amazing, and this one was not an exception. I will put the link of the reportage in the description, but be aware that it is in Estonian. Because yes, you might not know it, aga mina räägin vabalt eesti keelt. Actually, I am living in Estonia for the last 10 years. And if you see me riding unicycle around Tallinn, feel free to stop me and ask for a sticker. I always keep some in my wallet to give to my follower. I am very grateful for your support and I try to heart every comment I find the time to read. Follow for part 2. Day 108, unicycling from France to Estonia. After a super cool reportage with the Estonian TV, we went our separate way.
Now I'm ready to move on because I have 50 kilometers to do before 6 o'clock and it's already 2 p.m. Not good!
Regardless the grey weather, I couldn't stop being mesmerized by the beautiful Estonian landscape.
My god, this kind of small village in Estonia are just so cute, so beautiful. Currently I am in Lelle.
And on top of the architecture, the color of autumn were absolutely wonderful. The irony of it is like I totally knew that I would never be outside enjoying this if I did not have to finish this unicycle trip. As everything in life, there is a both side of the coins. I have to suffer absolutely challenging storm, but I'm also enjoying amongst the nicest color of the nature ever in my trip. Day 108, unicycling from France to Estonia. For the last 3 days, the storm on the wind has been challenging me, and tonight is expected to be temperature below zero. But luckily, I won't have to sleep outside, as I've been invited in one of the coolest accommodations of my trip. But first, I need to reach this place, because it is still 30 kilometers away, and I have about 2 hours before it gets dark. Lately, I have been very inspired by the history of piracy. I believe that pirates were the first fighters of freedom who were willing to do anything needed to emancipate themselves from the rule of society. My first plan was to sail from Latvia to Saaremaa, but sadly this could not happen. But anyway, part of my dream will happen today as I was invited to sleep in a real pirate boat. Just couldn't contain my excitement. I was getting close to it, and I was very thankful to have this warm place to sleep, as tonight was definitely freezing. Day 109, unicycling from France to Estonia. Yesterday, I had a chance to be invited to sleep in a pirate boat, for what I was very grateful as the temperature at night were below zero.
Don't worry, I was just outside to put a time lapse and I'm going back to sleep.
This boat is actually an Airbnb. They financed the project with the same crowdfunding platform that I financed my unicycle trip. And when they heard about my adventure, they offered me to stay for a couple of nights. It is located near to Tartu, and if you want to stay there, I'll leave the link in the description. Hélène and Hans invited me for dinner at that place, which I was so excited as after eating in a forest, that felt like the greatest food on earth. We had a traditional Estonian hot tub and I went to sleep ready to hit back on the road tomorrow. Thank you so much for following my adventure. You can like and subscribe to my channel, and if you want, you can even leave me a small donation via the link in the description. Day 110, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Good morning. So the plan is to move out of the boat today, but I'm gonna show you how is it outside. I am very honest, as long as there is wind like this, there is no way I get back on a unicycle. I don't even think I can ride with this wind. It's like super hardcore.
The storm I have been fighting for the last few days is still raging, and today just feels like Ragnarok. I was very grateful that my host let me sleep for another night in the boat. The last week has been particularly brutal for my physical but also mental health. And at this point, the only thing that was keeping to hold me together was the imminent final line of this adventure. After a good day of rest, we watched on TV the reportage of my adventure. And it was pretty crazy to think that 2,000 people were watching it live with me. Day 110, unicycling from France to Estonia. I was planned to leave the boat today, but when I saw outside, it was awful, so I stayed inside. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow. Day 111, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Today is the departure from the boat. It was great. I actually spent like 3 nights here, so I had 2 full days, and I think it was an extremely good choice because yesterday weather was awful all day and I really need a rest. I really feel like my face looked way more awake now.
It feels absolutely surreal to me that after 4 months on the road, I just have 3 more days until I reach my home sweet home in Tallinn. This last month has been shaping me, and I hope that through this video I managed to inspire you too. If you want to get in the depths of this adventure, I have a long format series on YouTube. You should check it, as I promise it will leave you with a strong determination to reach for your dream.
Okay, bye the pirate ship! Let's go!
Day 111, unicycling from France to Estonia. I have already 150 km before I reach Tallinn. Luckily, the storm seems to be over, and Orn and Arren ride with me for the first few kilometers of the day.
Okay, davai. Ciao, ciao, ja said tagasi, järgmine korrin.
Just so joyful to see the familiar landscape of Estonia, knowing that the adventure is almost over.
Look at this when I said that there was nasty storm on the last day.
Luckily, I was not on the path when this tree fell, and it made me feel very grateful that I took another rest day in the pirate boat. It was a great day of riding, with sunny weather and various different landscapes. I want to say a true thank you to all the followers who are commenting on my video. I always try to read every comment, and it's so good to see the name of people who enjoy my adventure. Thank you. Day 112, unicycling from France to Estonia. My goal today is to reach the Baltic Sea. I want to reach Tallinn by the east side, as I organize an event to ride with all my followers.
Look at this, more cycling bands. I really don't understand why Estonia is not more popular as a cycling tourist destination.
I am very excited to announce that next week I will post the first episode of my YouTube series. There will be 25 episodes of 10 minutes, only with exclusive content from this camera. So show me some support and go subscribe to my YouTube channel right after this video. It was a smooth day of riding, enjoying the autumn color, and I reached the Baltic Sea by the evening. It was very symbolic for me as I visited this view platform on my first ever unicycle trip. But I was disappointed when I reached the camping spot.
There is other people. I don't like it.
Day 113, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Last day of riding. Crazy. Tomorrow already I'm gonna reach Tallinn. Don't worry, my friend. Tomorrow is planned to be even worse.
This trip has been tons of fun, but let's be honest, at this point, I was really looking forward to just be in a place protected from the rain. So I jumped on my unicycle for one last day of facing the storm. The highlight of my day was to see for the first time the TV tower of Tallinn. It might sound stupid, but even if I knew via Google Map I was close from Tallinn, the TV tower was the first physical sign that I had almost accomplished my mission. I was really happy and excited, as the last things I needed to do to feel that this trip was an absolute success was to organize an epic arrival in Tallinn, which is exactly what I'm gonna do tomorrow, so follow and subscribe to see the last episode of this adventure.
Last day of riding. Crazy. Tomorrow already I'm gonna reach Tallinn.
As I am getting so close from my destination, it's crazy to think of all the travel I've been doing in the last 4 months.
I come back strong, oh yeah. Cause popes and kings have come and gone, but we're still going on a road, oh yeah. You heal my mind and bless my soul, touch my heart and made it whoa, yeah. So I thank you for the leather fans, the kisses and the smiles, and I thank you for being the best part of my life.
Day 114, unicycling from France to Estonia. So here we are. After 4 months and 3,200 kilometers on my unicycle, I am reaching Tallinn. I have completed all the side quests I had in this trip, except one. I want to have an epic arrival in Tallinn. But today again the storm is raging and I am doubting if anyone is gonna come to my event.
Holy crap! I can see and feel the storm coming into my face! Ah! I need to find a place to cover!
Rushing to the meeting point, I meet up with my friend who helped me to organize the event. We printed some cycling pirate flag and everything was ready, but I was still unsure if anyone is gonna come to ride with me. But you can imagine my joy when I saw the first cyclists, then unicyclists, some TV people and the group getting bigger and bigger, all ready to celebrate the end of this epic adventure. Day 114, unicycling from France to Estonia.
Davai, let's go! That's my last day of trip. Today was supposed to be raining all day. I'm confused. Here come the rains that I was expecting. That's so funny. Today I just can't care. I was like, I don't care. Tonight I'm sleeping in my bed. It can rain, everything can get wet. Not my problem. Tonight I'm sleeping in my bed.
I had set a meeting point in Pirita for everyone to join me on the last 10 kilometers along a ready day. So I jump on my unicycle for one last day riding under the storm.
God, even if it's a bad weather, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna miss the forest a bit.
Considering the weather, I was very doubtful if anyone wanna come, but to see that, you will have to subscribe and come for the last episode of this series. Day 114, unicycling from France to Estonia. As crazy as it is, here I am, about to ride the last 10 kilometers of this adventure, with about 50 of my followers who braved the storm with me. This was exactly the epic arrival I've always wanted in Tallinn. And I was galvanized to see so many people, friends, unicycling from all sides coming to join me, even if the weather was the worst. And if you are one of the person who came to ride with me, I can't thank you enough, because let's be honest, if it was not my own arrival, I would have probably stayed home undercover.
No, wait. We should do it in a French way. Because if you believe in your dream, you can do anything!